from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
2 yards, good enough for a first. The Dolphins at 7-1 now on the year. And they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And as much as we hate to play this game, you know I'm going to do it anyway. Extrapolate that over a full season. What does that come out to, partner? 14-2. And anyone in the NFL, they'd sign up for that record, that's for sure.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to...
A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's a give up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On play action, Lance eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. That one finds Pierce right side. Touchdown! Alec Pierce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From midfield, here's Lance.
And this is Cook with a grab.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now.
Lance.
Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Now Lance. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Play action. Now it's Lance. This is the tight end fan.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Lance
out to the right here to Wilson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he is going to have a Packers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Lance looking to throw it.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they try the right side here. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Callaway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Daxton Hill picks it off. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
What a chance.